Well, we released a video.
Yeah, we put up a video earlier this week. We leaked the new Star Wars trailer. We actually risked life and limb to get that to you. We had to break in to LucasArts, Lucas Ranch up in San Francisco. We snuck in a cell phone.
Industrial Light and Magic, huh?
Yeah, yeah. We stole the trailer. We can make a whole video about the process of making the video, stealing it. But we put it up. And, the reception was good.
Really good.
I think some people actually thought it was the trailer.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I
can never believe any comment that said they actually thought it was the trailer.
But you got people like 15 or 20 seconds in that were then like, oh, fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, we got
my brother-in-law told me on Thanksgiving, he's like, dude, that video, you guys fucking got me.
Oh, we did?
That's fun.
He clicked on it not knowing it was one of our videos.
Oh, shit.
How I knew it was going to do well, I was like, I really didn't sleep that much the night before Thanksgiving just because we were putting this out.
Yeah.
And so I kind of went into it, I kind of went into Thanksgiving, with my family, kind of not even realizing, oh shit, we uploaded a video. I didn't even think about it. I just did it.
Busy day, busy
did it
morning.
and went to bed. But anyway, I sit down at the table with my family, and my cousin, who really isn't involved in any of our video stuff, went, I saw a video. It was like a leak of the Star Wars thing, and I think you guys made it. And just when he said that, I'm like, oh shit, this will be big.
Yeah,
because he saw it on just on Facebook or places that
His friends spreading
he's not
it.
in our circle or anything like
right.
that. So yeah, and he said the same thing. He's like, it had me for a little bit, and then but he's like, that opening, I was like, that guy sounds like Rocco.
So my sister said too, she's like, that's Rocco's voice.
Yeah, but it played for a little bit, and he's like, and it wasn't until, what did he say?
But nobody recognized my voice.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
true.
you had the first
line.
words.
So next time we know,
But
cut Rocco's voice out.
we
don't
were
need that.
so close to the actual trailer that
It opened
opened
like
the
the
same.
exact same way.
Rocco and I sat down and actually looked at the Jurassic Park 4 trailer.
I watched it.
Because we feel like that... All trailers are the same, in case you haven't fucking noticed.
Yeah.
So we looked
There's
at
a
literally
formula.
the most recent trailer, and we thought, like, well, this is how all trailers are going to look this summer.
Structure it like that.
So we'll start with, like, really slow shots of a landscape, and then we'll go to something crazy happening.
A black guy.
That's
not our trailer.
We thought of something crazier.
Oh, okay. That
White
was what I was thinking.
But yeah, so just to back up a bit, we learned at the beginning of this last week that the Star Wars trailer was going to be in theaters only on Black Friday. In 9 theaters, not online, just in theaters on Black Friday. And so, by doing that, the thing is, and I'm sure this is why they went back on that and put it online, you're just training people to pirate. I mean, you're 3,000 people will see it in a theater and it'll be awesome, and then 3 billion will see a kid's iPhone recording of it. So we thought, well, everyone is going to be searching for that on Friday. There's no way.
Oh, yeah.
So let's get this ready to where it looks like we have a leak of it, and everyone stumbles upon ours. We just thought that would be really funny.
Yeah.
So what we did, that was on... we were getting ready for stuff on like Tuesday. We overnighted the costumes, like Star Wars costumes. We overnighted them, and then we got them all ready on Tuesday. And we even going into it, of course, what happens when any company makes a bold claim, they go back on it. This has happened to us a million times, where we try to get a video out really quickly, and the company goes, "Oh, never mind. Oh, people don't like it. Well, never mind." We made a whole video about, you could see it on Time Is Running Out, the whole video about Microsoft and their weird policies.
Yeah.
And then last minute they changed it and we couldn't put the video out anymore. So anyway, that started to happen with this. We went into it Wednesday. We basically had 24 hours to film it, to have it out by Thanksgiving. So we were going into it and we were like, well, shit, they just announced it's going to be on iTunes on Friday. Like, that's when we were going to release it. Is it even worth doing?
Yeah.
Like, we had a serious debate on, should we even do this? We're gonna kill ourselves to put this out in one day. Is it worth doing? But it was like, as opposed to the Microsoft thing that we had before, where it didn't really make sense anymore to release it. A Star Wars video is still a Star Wars video, no matter what. And we don't have anything else going up this week, so you know what? Fuck it. Let's just do it. It's only going to cost us a day of our lives.
Hey, you got in there one day before the actual
yeah,
trailer.
right. So
that's,
originally-
that's all that counts, man. You beat the clock this time.
So originally it was going to come out on Friday, but we were like, well, shit, then it's got to be out on Thanksgiving Thursday,
Yeah.
where people will still maybe be searching for it. But the thing is honestly, a lot of times putting a video out on a holiday is a death sentence because people are not at home on their computers. They're not, whatever. It just isn't a good idea. And so, Derek brought that up to me. It's just like, I don't think, I mean, repeatedly we were saying, is anyone going to see this? And I remember telling you, Derek, I was like, yeah, but if we put it out on that day, so many people will be searching, even though it's a holiday.
Yeah,
I really think people care enough about Star Wars, they're going to be searching on their phone. They're going to be whatever.
If you look at analytics, I bet you there's a spike that's all mobile.
Now, I said that to Derek. Hey, I got to be totally honest. In the back of my brain, I was like, no one's going to find that. Like I was trying to be positive, but I agreed. It was just, no one's going to see this. I really thought in my head, we're going to have a good video out of it, but it's just not, it won't get that many views, but okay, whatever. And then, sure enough, it came out the morning of Thanksgiving, and it was like, all day people were passing it around. And I think it actually helped it that people told me, like, I was at Thanksgiving dinner, and people brought up if they saw the new Star Wars trailer.
Yeah.
It was like, and it was ours. When we went out Black Friday shopping, and a guy behind the register was like, dude, did you see the new trailer? The Star Wars trailer's out. Because we were getting some Star Wars thing or something, and he was like... And we were like, no, it's not. Yeah, it is. And he actually knew of the other fake trailer that was out. Because there was another
There
one.
were a million fake trailers.
Yeah.
Star Wars Twitter tweeted about all of them, and they tweeted out ours too.
Yeah.
Which was cool. We got a mention on the official Star Wars Twitter.
Yeah.
And I noticed that a lot of the other videos were taken down for something called...
It was
commercially deceitful or commercially deceptive.
Yeah.
Because they're looking to gain off of...
Well, it was just interesting because I've never seen a video flagged for being commercially deceptive.
That's a recent thing. I've seen that,
Yeah, I've never seen that either.
You're tricking me. I thought I could buy this, but I can't.
Trolling.
Take this down. Take this trick down. It's funny.
I think they didn't. The thing is with, I don't know what it was that protected our video from going down, but I think it's probably because it's 100% our own.
Yeah, nothing.
A lot of those trailers had clips from Return of the Jedi and stuff like that. Yeah. There are a couple that are still up that have those things, but ours is 100%
We went into
ours.
it thinking they're gonna want to take this down. We have
Don't
to make
give
it
them
so
a
they
reason.
can.
Yeah, I was hoping they would take it down so we get into like a PR storm of like, well, it had nothing of yours in it. But those,
we're obviously
those fuckers.
They appreciate it.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
that's a stretch.
Yeah.
The actual Star Wars trailer came out. I assume everybody here has seen it.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about that for sure.
Yeah, I want to talk about it too. I already kind of messaged Rocco the day it came out.
Yeah.
We talked about our video a little bit, and then we went into...
Yeah.
What?
Can I just say real quick about setting this up?
Oh, God!
No, I woke up the morning it came out on Black Friday, and I'm seeing, it must be out. Everyone's tweeting about it. And I played it, and I was still half asleep. I was kind of sick this weekend, so I was in my bed not feeling that great, and I hit play. And yeah, when that opening started, I thought I was in a fever dream. I did not think it was real at all.
No, me either.
Anyway, and that was shortly after you messaged me. Anyway, that was it.
Oh, very cool. Yeah, so the new Star Wars trailer came out. I personally kind of felt underwhelmed by it. I'll just be frank. I felt underwhelmed by it.
It was hard. Yeah, it's exciting, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, they didn't really show anything.
Well, I didn't think. I honestly thought I saw more than I thought we would. I was ready to see like.
I didn't feel that way.
I thought it was going to be a dark something,
Yeah.
a shot of the Millennium Falcon for 1 second, and the Star Wars, and that was it.
Yeah, I was disappointed. I felt like, man, I've thought so much about this, and now when I'm here to talk about it, I'm kind of blanking on it. But obviously, this was just a teaser, so there's a real trailer coming out, hopefully later, I presume. But to me, it was just a lot of nothing or things that you already knew you were going to see. And,
I agree.
And, you know, for me, the big selling point that they've been sticking to was like we're doing practical. You know, we're going to hold off on CGI. Just like with Jurassic Park 4. And like, hey, don't make that promise and then...
To be fair, the Star Wars people have never said that. The shots that have come out have had a lot of practical stuff in them, but it's people who have been propagating that. Now Jurassic Park is different. The creators of that have been saying, no, it's all practical. Yeah, we're good, and that's bullshit.
Well,
but,
the Jurassic
Star
Park
Wars
thing was
hasn't
bullshit.
said it. Yeah,
and the sweeping Millennium Falcon thing, it was kind of just like
that's an updated shot that no one's ever seen in Star Wars before. Yeah,
sure. I definitely
mean,
felt
that was the most different thing for me about the trailer too. Is that camera work?
The first shot of the stormtroopers. And it was all like close up looking, and like that was like jarring. to me.
They look cool.
Yeah.
I thought initially what I said when we first found out J.J. Abrams was directing it was that I was kind of bummed because he did such a good job with Star Trek that he was just going to bring that aesthetic to Star Wars, and things were kind of get kind of muddled what the differences were going to be. And I feel like this trailer did have a lot of. It just felt like his take on the Star Trek movie.
There's a whole different energy to it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There's a whole different energy
to it.
Yeah.
In terms of from past Star Wars.
Yeah. It definitely. I feel like it's almost. The energy feels like it's a sequel to Star Trek Into Darkness as opposed to like the Star Wars movies that came before it. That's how I felt. I feel like it definitely had the J.J. Abrams sci-fi stamp on it, and it's like, well, we've already gotten this, and now it's in the Star Wars lens.
Yeah, I don't know enough to know if it's good or bad yet. But the one thing that was interesting to me about that trailer was the filmmaking. Star Wars has always been filmed very classically.
Yes,
and this is so not that. And,
I absolutely agree.
Yeah,
and I don't know if that's good or bad yet. And I told that, but this is what I said. My brother asked me. My brother felt the same way. He thought that the trailer didn't really have much content to it, but he brought that up, and I said, I kind of don't know how I feel about that. They're always filmed in this classical way, and this kind of isn't. And I don't know if I like that, whatever. But Dominic brought up a good point. He said, yeah, well, they gave us 3 movies of that, and none of them worked. So, I don't know. So I was like, yeah, I guess I don't know.
I don't think the prequels were filmed in that same classical way.
I think they are to a degree. I mean, if you watch them, a lot of it is very, very, like, controlled in the way that the old ones were. And not exactly the same, but very... they still use an old way of filmmaking. No, I mean certainly there's a lot
like
of digital
camera
shit.
movement, like
just in terms of the way it's filmed.
And...
Yeah.
But
I think there's a lot of
the
control
difference is the prequels were shot on screen sound studios.
Sure.
So like as opposed to going out to the Sahara and filming nature really beautifully and framing it in a classical way, they weren't filmed the same way. They were kind of trying to recreate that look. But aside from that, I just feel like I really like J.J. Abrams too. Let me say. I think Lost is one of my favorite shows ever, and I love the Star Trek movies that he made.
Yeah.
So it's not that I don't like J.J. Abrams.
No, I like him a lot.
I always feel like things benefit from being different and from competing with one another and always trying to outdo the other thing. And I'm worried that is going to be eliminated and that this is going to just, the 2 big sci-fi franchises are. I don't want them to be similar. I want them to be different. Like have different things for different kinds of people.
Sure.
That's my only concern.
Sure. Yeah, like I said, I don't think I know enough yet to call it one way or the other. But it was interesting.
I could see your point. It's like Marvel and DC movies. There's definitely
like
they're
Batman,
trying to do
Batman and X-Men. People love them both, but they should not look the same.
No, they shouldn't look the same.
Exactly. Thank you. Exactly. Yes.
I was like Rocco. I woke up that morning, kind of like saw little Twitter rumblings about it. Made sure it wasn't our video they were talking about because that was the first thing I saw.
Yeah.
But then, I clicked on one and there's a fucking jump scare, and the stormtrooper pops
that
up,
made me jump.
and he's all out of breath.
That spooked me too.
It scared the shit out of me. And then I look at the comments, and they're all just like, black guy, black stormtrooper. There's no black stormtrooper.
You know what?
I initially thought after reading that, oh, this isn't a real one. This is someone else that had the same idea we had. This is another fake trailer. So I started clicking around again to find. I actually searched Star Wars trailer breakdown just because I knew there would be some hyper nerds on their personal channels already. And sure enough, it was that shot of the trailer. I was like, oh, that was the real fucking thing. So I had to reopen the previous page and watch it again. This time knowing it was real. And it was really surprising. A lot of people are upset about like the lightsaber that the villain has.
That's stupid.
That is so. It is so like just exactly what I expected from
for people who
from this generation.
That's
of the
funny.
internet.
Hey, just addressing the lightsaber thing.
Yeah, quickly because we don't need to
go into it. But I feel like people who are pissed off about the lightsaber would characterize themselves as really nerdy. Like, I'm really
Really?
nerdy, and I really care about this stuff. If you go into Star Wars lore, books, video games, what lightsabers, there's all different kinds of lightsabers, different kinds of designs. Darth Maul had a two-sided lightsabers are all kinds. There's all kinds of lightsabers.
It doesn't make sense why you would have it though. It doesn't make sense because you hit yourself with the hilt. It makes no sense. That's the comments. I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
I'm with you, Derek, but that's just fucking stupid.
I mean, if that lightsaber's stupid, all lightsabers are stupid.
I mean,
Hey, the movie's stupid. If we're getting down
Let's
to
really
fucking
break it
brass
down.
tacks.
Yeah.
I love stupid shit.
It's a flashlight that could cut and kill you. Like, now the flashlight has two little flashlights on it.
But
Hey, that villain looks cool though. Like, I mean,
Well, his back
keep
side
it
looks cool.
but just keeping him cloaked as this kind of like tall,
That was great.
shadowy figure was.
but again, it's
all
a
the shots were cool.
It's a trailer. I didn't even need to see a trailer because I was going to see this movie anyways.
Yeah.
I have no complaints with it at all. I really liked it.
I don't have any complaints with
Actually,
it.
I really liked it, and I liked it because, personally, as I said, I got more than I thought I was going to get, and it was like I could tell it shot differently. It was exciting to me. I was into it, super into it.
The only reason I say I was underwhelmed is for some reason in my head I thought I was going to get to see a main character like a Mark
Yeah.
Hamill.
I
or a
almost
Carrie
didn't want to
Fisher.
see that.
I think some of those characters may have been.
well, let me just
Well,
say.
no, I'm talking
Like-
from
oh,
the
from the
previous
old
franchise.
one.
I
Yeah,
thought
yeah.
I was going to see a
I-
Han Solo
yeah,
or Leia
yeah.
or
That'll
Luke.
come in the trailer.
Yeah.
This
the
was
real
the teaser.
trailer,
This
yeah.
was just the teaser.
You just know they're saving that.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
yeah.
that's what I thought too. Is like they gotta save that. They
Oh,
can't
and
blow
by
their
the
load
way-
Yeah.
at first. Yeah.
That trailer, maybe they will put that in 9 theaters. So we will be leaking another Star Wars video. Rest
Maybe.
assured.
It was really interesting though. Like, I've seen a lot of people say this, but when that guy pops up at the beginning, a lot of people thought it was fake, and I really think, and this is going to sound whatever, but Star Wars has legitimately, I'm being real here. Star Wars has always been the most white thing.
It really has.
No joke.
Well, that's
And-
what Kevin Smith jokes about constantly.
yeah, and but Richard Pryor had a whole routine
Yeah.
about that. He's like, there are no black people.
You
in
only got
space.
Lando, really.
And he made that his whole routine before.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And a lot of people accused, or not accused, but said that George Lucas added Lando as a response to all this stuff that
Throw
was being
Billy
said.
D some work.
And it's really true. And I thought that was awesome. I thought that was so rad to have someone of color at the opening, the first footage
Yeah.
we've ever seen of a new Star Wars.
I mean, the reason
and he had the opening. I thought that
all
was
those
great.
comments when I thought it was a fake trailer,
Yeah.
were all just discussing how they were jarred by a black stormtrooper
Yeah.
popped up because you've never seen that in a Star Wars.
They all racist. You know what? I saw that trailer. Nothing scared me. I wasn't scared.
No.
It did startle me.
And then-
I was just so half asleep when I saw it. I was
And
like,
then,
oh, wow.
and then only upon reflection, I thought, oh yeah.
Everyone's
that dude
running.
wasn't white.
Everyone was like running away, scared in that trailer.
Didn't you guys think it kind of looked fan made? I feel like you can't really get away from that because people just make stuff and it. People
yeah,
make
all
such
the
good
time.
stuff, but like that. Some of those shots where it's like the stormtroopers in some kind of like jump ship and they're
Yeah.
like rattling around.
Yeah.
I'm like, this just looks like some guy
Well,
filmed
that's-
it and then color corrected it green.
Yeah, and I think that's what Rocco was touching on with it's Star Wars is very like the camera does not shake in Star Wars.
No, it does not.
And so,
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
That-
so to have handheld footage, yeah, it kind of looks like it's not Star Wars.
But that's
Gave
what,
it a
that's what got me
fan-made
excited
action.
because honestly, I'm over Star Wars
Oh,
in the
yeah.
sense of what
Yeah.
it was, and I'm ready
can't
for
do
I'm
any
something
fine with the
worse.
new thing.
And
I
again,
don't- yeah.
go ahead and make these movies. I don't care because I still have the trilogy. You made the prequels that sucked.
Exactly.
I mean, I have
They
no,
can't do any
I have
worse,
no
though,
expectations.
right?
So everyone's walking into this like really upset or passionate about it, and I get it because you love these movies. But just realize you have your movies, and just now they're gonna go on with it, and you don't have to take it seriously if you don't want to.
Hey, yeah, my personal opinion, I don't have anything invested in these new ones. Fuck them up. I don't care.
Yeah, bring Grievous back.
Let me go see it, and if it's great, cool, and if it ain't,
Not to compare.
walk away.
I want these movies to be good.
I want no, me too.
I'm with you,
But
Dave.
to
I want
me-
them to be rad.
This is
Me,
gonna
you,
this
and
is
Mikey
sound
Rudlett.
weird comparing it to this, but the first 3 seasons of The Office were great. I loved them, and then after that, the show was over for me. But I still have those 3 seasons that are really funny. So I kind of feel like I have my movies, and if it's shitty, then I still have my movies. It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have any expectations as far as story. I don't expect anything to happen. I just hope when it's all said and done that it was kind of like surprising and like really good, and
me too.
and then that you were like, wow, that was really better than I expected.
Yeah.
That's what I want. The same thing, but I'm just saying if I don't have it, whatever.
Yeah, everything Star Wars has been shit for 20 years, so I don't.
So, are these stories following books that have already been out?
No.
These are.
In fact, I'm pretty sure that they like released the canon of all books.
Yeah, they
the
decanonized all that
expanded
stuff.
universe. They said like that.
It's over.
That's
They
not
just
part of the
wiped
official
it?
story. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, when Disney bought it, they basically came out and said, "Hey, if it's not a movie, that's
Yeah,
it."
and you know what?
Hey, all you passionate nerds
and
that poured
this is
your
really
life into
interesting.
this.
This is really interesting.
Yeah.
They're not printing those books anymore.
Oh, wow.
And some people
Those
are like,
could be worth
they're like,
something.
hey, those books are really fucking good. Some of those sagas are really good.
Oh, I know people who are diehards for.
Yeah,
I
and-
read like all of them.
Yeah,
Expanded
there's-
Boba Fett stuff. that
And there's
was
kind
really
of a
popular.
community saying like, if you want to read these stories and experience Star Wars Expanded Universe, get it now, because in 10 years you're not getting it.
Yeah.
Like this,
Yeah.
it's like an endangered species now. These stories are gonna go away.
Never thought I'd see that day. God.
They kind of anything that isn't immediately like in their viewpoint in terms
Yeah.
of going forward with the story.
And there's certain lists of like, hey, these are the stories they should keep. They're not going to like get these, read these stories. If you like Star Wars, read these stories because they're going away.
You expanded universe stuff, man.
I
good.
read, when I was in high school, I used to read Star Wars books. I like Tales from Jabba's Palace. Check that one out. And
oh yeah,
dude, The Courtship of Princess Leia. Oh, that's such a good fucking book. Check it out.
I read Shadows of the Empire.
Yeah, Xerxes? What was that guy's name?
No, Shizor.
Shizor, yeah.
At
Dumb
one
green
point,
asshole.
when we were planning our Star Wars video, at one point the main character was Dash Rendar, who
Yeah.
was in Shadows of the Empire. But then, and I brought up, I know at one point I suggested Nian Num.
Yeah.
How do you pull that off? But then we were saying, yeah, Dash Rendar, that's obscure enough to be like, what? And Sean can play Dash Rendar, kind of look a little bit like Dash
you're
Rendar.
dashing.
I'm sure you hear that all the time.
All the
Dashing.
time.
But anyway, and so we were doing that, but it was kind of like not quite. That wasn't a main series thing, so maybe some people would get it. And wasn't that funny? I don't know. And then when we looked up Dengar, it was like, yeah, this fucking mummy guy.
You know what it really
Yeah,
was?
he's the main.
I knew
You
all
found
about
a guy
Dengar.
who cosplayed as Dengar with a turkey baster pan.
Yeah,
And you
yeah.
said,
Yeah.
"Oh, we could do this."
Yeah.
And so we
So that's what we did. I had turkey baster pans just on.
I read a
on
book
me and-
about Dengar, Mandalorian armor.
Hell yeah.
I think that
Mandalorian, what's
at
up?
some point we should release the trailer just like how it actually was shot.
So they could see it without the projection, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and at one point we talked about having IG-88 in there
Yeah.
to the assassin droid.
Yeah,
And
oh, yeah.
was there another character we were going to put in
No
there?
boss. It seems like you're going bounty
No,
hunters
no,
here.
no. We couldn't pull off boss.
No. Didn't
Fucking
have,
no.
yeah, not,
Yeah,
not
who
one
else?
day.
Who
Lizard
else?
Man.
Illuminati.
We talked about Dash Rendar, IG-88. I feel like there was another character that we were going to put in that didn't make it. We wanted to put in Silicious Crumb because you have a Silicious Crumb.
Yeah,
dog.
I just
Yeah.
forgot. We were in such a hurry. Again, so we filmed it all the day before Thanksgiving. We filmed it all that afternoon.
Yeah.
Edited it in the evening, and I was here pretty late, and I think it was like 6 a.m. by the time it was like 6 a.m. in here. Projected it onto that wall over there and filmed it with a phone, and just went home, hit upload, and went to bed, and that was it. And yeah, it was. And then yeah, it was extremely bizarre going straight, forgetting that I even put it up, and then going to see my family and, hey, I just saw this video. Were you in that? Were you Jabba?
So
Oh, okay.
the use of fuck in that trailer is so good. It's so good. And people saying fuck is funny, but Kevin saying you fat fuck and then shooting Jabba,
Yeah, that's
and
good.
then
Fuck.
and then Nicole saying Dengar that mummy fuck. The way she man, so good.
Most of that was improvised. There was just a couple things that going in, we were like, we gotta say this. And for me, I just really wanted to see Kevin shoot Jabba the Hutt. Like we talked about Kevin shoot Jabba the Hutt. I just wanted him to say, "Hey, you fat fuck!" Boom, like a Sopranos hit. Like that was it.
With a shotgun.
Yeah, that was all I knew going into it. Derek was the one who brought up, I think, came up with the life star.
Yeah.
And that was making me laugh for so long. And so many of the comments on the trailer were like, you had me, and almost kind of believed the Life Star. Like, I got to that point and I thought, you know what? That's dumb enough for George Lucas to do. But then I realized George Lucas isn't doing this. And then when Chewie cut his head off, then I knew. You know, or something like that. But some people bought the Life Star.
Was it tinted red?
It's pink, right?
It's pink, right? Yeah.
It's pink.
Yeah.
The Life
Oh
Star.
my God.
The Death Star. People, people like that video. That's good.
Yeah, I really like that video a lot. That was great.
Anyway,
Wait,
there's that.
Star Wars. Check it out.
Dude.
Check it
Actually, don't. Because I don't like what those movies do to people.
Uh-oh.